This was supposed to be a bullpen game.
Okay.
And the bullpen game, in my opinion, benefits the Yankees. Although the Astros relievers have done a good job, I think the Yankees set up for a bullpen game better than the Astros.
So who would they have started?
It would probably be Chad Green, the Yankees, and they would start Aquiti. And then after that, who would get the bulk? That would be interesting. Would it be Jay Happ? Would they have gone with CC Sabathia? A lot of ways they could have gone. And then Game 5 would have been Tanaka on full rest.
Right.
Against Greinke on full rest. Advantage Yankees. So there's a good chance you could go to Houston 3-2. Now, with the rain out, the bullpen game's out. Greinke starts tomorrow against Tanaka.
Right.
You could still say advantage Yankees.
Yes.
Then, on Friday at 7:07, Game 5 will now be Verlander
on full rest
against Paxton. Now, if you want to slant it toward the Yankees, you say, well, Paxton's better at home, so it's a good thing he won't be pitching in Houston. And Verlander's better in Houston than he is on the road. But Verlander is still Verlander on full rest against Paxton, who pitched 2 1/3 innings the last time out. Now, Game 6, it gets interesting.
Okay.
Then that's a bullpen game. Unless the Astros want to start Garrett Cole on 3 days rest. I can't imagine them doing that if they're up 3-2.
Right.
If they're down 3-2, maybe you do start Garrett Cole, and maybe he's not nearly the pitcher that he is on full rest. We saw what happened with Verlander. The Yankees at this point, with Game 6, would have to do a bullpen because you're not going to start Severino on short rest.
Right.
And Severino now becomes your Game 7 starter, probably against Cole. But the biggest negative for the Yankees, in my opinion, is that they will now play 4 straight games. Not one relief pitcher in their bullpen, not one, has ever pitched more than 2 days in a row. They have not gotten length out of their starters. The best start was by Tanaka, 68 pitches over 6 innings, and he was taken out because he ran out of gas, not because of that third time through the order. He was tired after 68 pitches. So let's say he gives them 6 innings again. You got to get 3 innings out of your bullpen.
Yep.
And one of the guys that are important to you, Ottavino, has not pitched well.
No.
Then you've got Paxton, who only gave you 2 1/3 innings last time out. You might have to fill 7 innings or 6 innings if he does the same thing again out of your bullpen. Then there's a game the next night with no rest because you're flying to Houston, and so is Houston. They have the same deal, and you probably have to do a bullpen game. Are you going to push them to 3 days in a row all of a sudden? Are you even going to push them to 4 days in a row?
But how do you avoid it?
I don't know how to avoid it. I don't know if you can.
Because, all right, with Tanaka, you're still likely going to have to get 9 outs out of the bullpen. And it's not just like the old days where I'm just going to go to my bullpen. It's about matchups. So if you want to play the analytic game of the lefty versus lefty, play all of the analytics, making sure you've got the best pitcher and the best matchup, you're likely going to go deep into your bullpen every single game. How do you avoid having guys like Ottavino, guys like Britton, guys like Green not pitch all 4 of those days if you're going to try to win this series possibly in 7?
And even if you do it, and of course they're going to be willing to do it, because the stakes are high, are they going to be as effective? And the answer is probably no, because the Yankees have assiduously avoided pitching guys 3 days in a row. So the most they've ever pitched is 2 days in a row. You're asking them to double that at
Right.
the highest pressure imaginable. That's why I don't think this rainout benefits the Yankees. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
Now, if they're up 2-1, maybe all you're asking them is to do it 2 days in a row. You win 2 games and then you win the series. But now you're going to have to do it 3 days in a row. Have to.
If you
want to win the series.
Right, if you win 3 games in a row, then you don't have to pitch a Game 7. But if there's a Game 7, you're going to ask them to do it 4 days in a row.
Right.
So what if all of these games, these next 2 games, are close games? You have to bring in Chapman in the 9th inning. Is he going to pitch a 3rd day in a row? I think he would, but the question is, he's not been trained for it, and is he going to be as effective?
Right, but are you going to have to now maybe break some rules with Tanaka and just say, if the exact same scenario happens where he goes 6 innings, 68 pitches, you think he's kind of losing it, that you can't take the chance. I'm going to have to push him. I'm going to have him go out there in the 7th inning. I'm going to have to try to steal outs so I can avoid having to use some people in that game. And God forbid if Tanaka blows up, or if you get a Paxton situation where you can't make it out of the 2nd inning,
you're in trouble.
Then you're in a lot of trouble.
You're in trouble. You're going to have to then turn to a Sabathia or a Hap.
Well, yeah, then that's what you do. You would have to do that.
But then that kills your bullpen day in Game 6. You know what I mean? I mean, there are so many potholes for the Yankees here. You can't control Mother Nature. It's going to rain. It's raining right now as I stepped into the building. So it's going to rain tonight. It's a 100% chance. And baseball did the smart thing.